There is a new team ready to respond to 911 calls in Clive. Starting this year, a crisis intervention team is now in place, ready to respond to calls where someone may be struggling with a mental health related issue. Local 5's Mary Sugden introduces us to this team.
Kelly Recchia and TJ Wood are co-workers. Recchia, a Clive police officer, and Wood, a mental health professional, worked side by side as Clive's crisis intervention team, responding to 911 calls where a mental health issue may be present.
So we're taking the burden off of patrol and kind of adding that extra option so that these people don't necessarily have to go to jail.
The team works together to de-escalate the situation and connect the person in need to services. There's also a follow-up response.
Making sure that they're getting the services that they need throughout, the days, weeks, months that follow an initial crisis call.
The program funds 40 hours of crisis intervention technique training for every officer in the department, teaching them how to recognize and de-escalate a situation with someone in crisis.
They never know what kind of call they're going to deal with, and to be able to have that support from this team gives them that extra tool in their tool belt, how to solve problems. That's what policing is about. Helping people on the worst day of their life.
Heart of Iowa Community Services provides the state funding and believes wholeheartedly in the payoff for Clive residents.
We don't have to put somebody with a serious mental health issue into the jail. We can actually provide those other interventions. This team is key in each of these departments in making that happen, which is pretty awesome.
Zion Behavioral Health Services partners to provide agencies the mental health professional, a teammate that changes the dynamic in these stressful situations.
There are moments where folks don't want to talk to him because he's a law enforcement officer, and so I get to pull a card of, hey, I'm not an officer, would you like to talk to me? And vice versa. Sometimes they find safety in talking with him.
Mary's joining us now. The co-responder program in Clive follows one that was started in Waukee last year. So how well did that program work?
So Stephanie, what we know is in that first 6 months of Waukee's program, its team responded to more than 125 calls for service and follow-up calls. And officers say this means 25 jail diversions and nearly 50 referrals to community services. And now that Clive and Waukee are running full-time, Urbandale and West Des Moines are set to kick theirs off this spring.
All right, very interesting. Mary, thank you so much.